All right, welcome to another episode of Sports Therapy. I am your host, FH Jr. A little bit about the show. Let me go over the rules for the rule breakers on Sports Therapy with FH Jr. This is a call in show where callers will have 2 minutes. You can call in and rip, rant, and kick knowledge about all things NFL. And the number to call is always 940-329-4110. Now, on Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr., man, we don't talk politics. I don't give a fat rat's butt what the Democrats are doing, nor do I care what the Republicans are doing. We don't talk race relations, nor do we talk sexual orientation. All are welcome to attend. Now, I'm always rocking the standard uniform, augmented by the official NFL hat that lets everybody know that I am as neutral as Switzerland. And I'm always rocking the cool beard. And Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. is always sponsored by Crown Royal. Yes, that is my drink, Crown Royal. And you can crown me. I think I got all that covered and then some. Also, one one other thing. We give sound advice. Or we just give advice. But we don't give sound advice. And people say, well, wait a minute. What is your show? Who are your listening audience? Now, we're probably PG-13, where we have locker room talk and all that good stuff. And we also have the cuss and bell. I think I got all that in. Now, today has been this is week 4 in the NFL. I was going to call this a Black Sunday because there were a lot of unexpected victories, and there were a lot of teams that I didn't expect. Whoops, hit my own cussing bell. There were a lot of teams that I didn't expect to come out strong the way they did. But now I will say this. On this show, you get 2 minutes. You can rip, rant, kick knowledge about all things NFL. Now, normally I start off on a positive note. And I tell my listening audience, although this show, we don't fan shame, but I am a true blue card carrying Commander Redskin football team fan. And I cheer for everybody in our division to lose. Eagles came out victorious, as I should say. The Giants, the G-Men, with an upset victory. And, of course, my Redskin Commander football team, we took it in the shorty shorts today as we lost to the dirty, dirty, dirty birds. Yes, we lost to those dirty birds. But the show goes on. We had a lot of, there were a lot of upsets, man. There really was. But that's football. That's football. And you know what I failed to mention? That we are coming just for tonight in a different time period. Normally we rock and roll from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Central Time, but today because of prior engagements, as I might want to say, that we had to bring the show a little bit early. So tonight we're rocking at 6 o'clock from 6 to 7. But next week we will be back in our normal slot, which is going to be 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Central Time. But just for tonight, we're going to bring you Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr. from 6 to 7 p.m. And I normally go over the scores before I get before I get engaged in something else. But I always keep in mind that this show is a caller-driven show. It's not about me spending an hour with you, which I do. I enjoy engaging with my audience, but it's always better when we have people that call in and rip, rant, and kick some knowledge about all things NFL. But also, our show can be heard and seen on Facebook. We're also on YouTube and Instagram. And I still have my love-hate relationship with TikTok. What I'm saying is that I don't stream live on TikTok. Hopefully we will be later on, but I do upload segments or small portion of the show for my TikTokers out there, and I love my TikTokers, man. I got over close to 5,000 followers, so I got to make sure that I give them everything that they need as far as entertainment wise. But keep in mind, the number to call if you want to be a live guest is always 940-329-4110. Now, one of the topics I wanted to talk about was because the Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers tonight, and that's going to be in the state of they're playing in Jerry World, so that's going to pretty much be a home game. But I asked the question because earlier this week, Michael Parsons is no longer a Cowboy member. He's no longer on the team. In fact, this is going to be his return to from Green Bay. Now, are the Cowboys going to give him a hero's welcome? No, not going to happen. But at some point, the man the man did a lot for the Cowboys. Now I know maybe when maybe later on they may put something together for him, but probably tonight is probably not the time to roll out the red carpet. But I'm going somewhere with this conversation because Michael is a season ticket holder. Although he plays for Green Bay and he has season tickets with the Cowboys. And I believe he wanted a refund as a season ticket holder. Now, Cowboy fans, look, the question I'm going to ask is Jerry Jones, my homeboy Jerry, is my homeboy Jerry an old crotchety old man? Is he an old crotchety old man? Because the the guy gave you some good years of his NFL career. Michael Parsons did, but yet to simply say you're not gonna give the brother a refund on his membership, so you're gonna force him to honor his membership, although he is a member of the Green Bay Packers, for which you traded him away, Jerry. Remember, Jerry, you trade him away. You my homeboy, Jerry. Now, keep in mind, um, I am from the great state of Arkansas, and so is Jerry Jones. Now, no, I am not a Cowboy fan. No, sir, never will be. In fact, I am the polar opposite of a Cowboy fan. But I just had to get that out there. Jerry, are you being a crotchety old man? Come on, man. Get a brother's refund. Now, I've been told that Parsons is going to have a lot of friends and family in his suite. If I wasn't doing the show, I would go in and say, hey, man, Michael Parsons is my nephew, and I got some seats reserved. And I'm sure hell, they probably wouldn't even check. They so mad at him. They probably would let me and my entourage go in and just watch the game and probably serve us drinks and stuff. I'm gonna try that one day. Yeah, I'm gonna try that just to see can I get in. I might have to just send a little word out to Mike. I'm like, hey, look, dude, can I go watch the game? But I don't want to watch Cowboy games. I'll be honest with you, I really don't, man. I'm being facetious though. I don't want to watch any Cowboy game. I watch them because they're in my division with my Redskin Commander football team, but I don't watch them. So, but anyway, let's segue into today's games. Oh, I'm trying to uplift myself because we lost today, and I know you should not be looking forward or past any teams because that's the NFL. Everybody in the NFL is a professional athlete, so you cannot say, "Hey, um, I know that we're gonna beat these guys. We're gonna beat this team, so we can chalk that up as a win." Um, didn't happen today. JD didn't play. He's out along with Scary Terry's out. But I'm not gonna blame that. I'm not gonna use that as an excuse because as they say, next man up. But truth be told, the next man is never as good as the first man, because if the next man up was better than the first man or the man that he's replacing, hell, he wouldn't be the next man. He would be the man. Does that make sense? But if we can go 500 with your backup quarterback, I think I'll take that. Truth be, truth be told, Jaden Daniels could have played today. But I like the fact that we're going to err on the side of caution. Got no problem with that. I like that. I like the fact that we're erring on the side of caution. That's a good thing. Good thing. No problem. Sports therapy.
Who that?
Hey, Jay and Grand Prairie. Who that say they gonna beat them their Saints? Jay, what say ye?
We loud, but I like what I saw though. Defense stepped up. Rattler was good as usual. I think we come along. I think this game will be better.
I got you. You know what? I did manage to see the Who That Nation, and for a moment there, Jay, I thought you guys were going to shock the world because I
I
actually
think we're gonna win too at the end.
I actually thought that you guys were going to hold on and beat the Bills. And if that would have happened, man, that would have really, really, really shocked the world. Before it shows me though, I like the fact that I'm seeing a lot of growth out of the Who That Nation, because everybody got you guys picked to be last in the league. I don't believe it, but I don't think your problem is Spencer Rattler. I really don't. I think
Mm.
I think I think there's some other needs that the Saints have, especially on defense. But hey, but Jay, let me ask
Yeah.
you this, because what is the current situation with Taysom Hill?
He injured.
Is he gonna play this year, or is he gonna play never again?
he, he'll play. He just out for a while.
Because that guy makes a big difference, believe it or not. And I call him the Swiss Army knife, because you all can do so much with him. They can line him up at quarterback if they need to. He can be running back if he need to. They can split him out as a wide receiver. He can also come inside and play the position of tight end. And you can, and defense have to plan for him. So it makes a big difference, and it takes a lot of the pressure off of Kamara. That way, when you have Taysom Hill in there, it makes a big difference. That's why I was asking you, what's the latest? What's the status on my man?
Yeah.
But I did like what
Yeah,
I
he'll be
saw.
alright.
I'm hoping, man. But like I told you, now I always cheer for the Who That Nation, but I can't wear y'all gear. But I'm down with you. I'm down with the Who That Nation, man. I like what I like what I saw today. Um, Defense played a lot better than they had the first couple of games, and I just got a feeling, man. But here's the thing about y'all division. Nobody's really running away with the division today, because I think Tampa Bay lost today too. So I don't think anybody's like running away with the division that you guys play in. So I think you guys might be, even though you guys still have an outside shot of making some noise,
Yeah.
as long as Spencer does not get hurt. You know, as long as Spencer doesn't get hurt, I think you guys gonna be okay, because although the final game was 31-19, but the score was a lot closer. That it wasn't. It didn't. That wasn't a big lead.
Blowout or nothing
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't settled until maybe like the last 4 or 5 minutes, because that was a close game. It really was. It really was. There were a lot of games that were played, even though the final score has no indication of how the game were played, because Cleveland Brown was beaten by the Motor City Kitties 30-4-10. But that game was real close all the way to going into the fourth quarter. But like I said, you guys held on. I thought y'all gonna pull it out and beat the Bills, and that would have been a big, 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 big surprise. Yes. But I think you guys got a quarterback for the future. You just have to build around him, Jay.
Yeah.
So now let you get one last word in for the Who That Nation.
Who that said they gonna beat them the Saints?
That is Jay at Grand Prairie, a big Who That fan. Who that say they gonna beat them their Saints. All right, Jay, thanks for calling in.
All right.
Sports therapy with FA Junior.
Man, hey man, they need to turn this damn game off and turn on Wheel of Fortune, man. Look, man, it's Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire, man. We just got to turn this game off, man.
What say ye, Coop?
Dog, man, we playing like garbage. Don't nobody want to play. Everybody hurt. We got 6 defensive starters injured. Our starting offensive tackle is injured, and Lamar just injured his hamstring. Yeah, throw the game away, dog.
Jay, Coop, I watched the game, still hanging in there. And let me ask you this, brother. And you know we had this conversation, and I told you there. But no, I want to take you back to one particular play, and this was in the third quarter, toward the end of the third quarter, and it is third down and one, third down and one, third down and one, and you guys got Derrick Henry. You have Derrick Henry, but you don't have Derrick Henry in the game. You don't
That's
have.
what I'm saying. We need to get 1 yard, bro. Why is he not in the game? I don't understand what's going on with the offensive play calling it, and the defensive play calling. I, bruh, we just needed 1 yard. Quit trying to reinvent the wheel. And on defense, why is somebody wide open every play? You could have went out there and threw for 500 yards against us, nigga. I'm like, what is Zach Orr doing? We're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. Is somebody wide open every play? Xavier Worthy looked like an all-pro receiver out there. Man, I don't know what's going on, dog. Because we really got to start having that conversation about John Harbaugh, man.
And what is that?
Hey. Hey, man, I appreciate you for your services.
Are we talking?
Because, look, man, you at least got to put him on the hot seat, man, or something, because people done got too comfortable. Because there's no way you got one of the best players, if not the best player in the league, in his prime. And we put this on film. It like I told you, I said the first 4 games is gonna be our most difficult stretch. You know what I mean? We starting off with the Bills, then we got the Browns, Lions, and then Kansas City. And I said realistically we could come out of that 3-1, maybe 2-2. But I had no idea we was gonna be 1-3. And now we'll make the playoffs. We'll probably win our division, right? Just because Cleveland Browns ain't really trying to do nothing. Cincinnati Bengals ain't throwing a towel. You know, we can muster up enough courage to beat the Steelers. But I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, dude, we're a 1-3 football team that's only beat the Cleveland Browns. Garbage.
So now, are you saying that it's time to put about 5 bags of match light under the seat of Harbaugh and light those bags?
You do, because I mean we're clearly losing these games schematically, right? They're out scheming us in every way, and then the play calling is just not there. And I don't know what's going on, but it's like guys out there don't even want to play. Then we come out, we have a great first drive. Then after that, Mark Andrews just get the ball taken from him.
Yeah,
and that's an interception. And I'm just sitting here like, here we go. Then they just started dialing up blitzes on us. And it's not like we got a wide receiving core that could just win one-on-one. So
But you guys
this
are
is what you get.
but you guys are so injured on defense. Now here's what I say this, Brandon, and I tell people, you cannot win the Super Bowl in the first 5 games of the season, but you can lose it.
You can damn sure lose the Super Bowl.
You can't win it, but you can lose it. But I've always said that I would rather have my injuries because they're gonna come. I would rather have my injuries at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the season, instead of at the end. Because when you get injuries at the beginning of the season, then those as those guys get well or heal up and come back, then you are a better team because those guys don't take a lot of wear and tear because they're not in there, And so down the stretch, you become a better team. But it's when you get out the starting block and you're having a good season, you're winning, then all of a sudden you start getting major injuries around about week 8 or 9. It's like, okay, now you're going into the playoffs and you're missing all these guys. So sometimes, it can be a blessing in disguise.
It can be, man, but I'll just say this, man. We got a pretty favorable schedule, kind of the rest of the way. The good thing is we got Isaiah Likely back. He's healthy, so hopefully, the more we're able to incorporate him. But my thing is, these last 2 weeks, I just don't like what I'm seeing out there because I don't even see a glimpse. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, man, it's too many holes. It's like, okay, what's one thing we doing right? And hey, man, I can't pinpoint. I mean, the most consistent thing we have is number 8. He out there doing everything he can. Damn near LeBron on the Cavs.
It just bothers me when I see that you guys are not using Derrick Henry the right way. I'm like, okay, why is you can use Derrick Henry to shorten the game when you do have injuries on the defensive side of the know what I mean? If you got a lot of injuries on defense, shorten the game by, I don't know, running the freaking ball, incorporating the run game. Keep Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. How do you do that?
And
Control the clock.
That's how the past few years. That's how we've been playing Ravens football. Even before Derrick Henry got there, we ran the ball, controlled the clock. Haven't seen none of that lately.
It's like you guys want to prove that you can be a passing team, just like the Bills, just like Kansas City. I was like, what the hell? That's not you.
That's like prime Shaq trying to shoot jump shots.
Yeah.
To prove that he can shoot jump shots.
Yeah, go out there, Shaq.
No.
I hope you hit your first 3 so you'll fall in love with that 3-point line and you're going to be out there all
fall
night.
In love with it. Just like 2 years ago when the Mavs beat the Timberwolves in that Western Conference Final, I told him, I said, Karl Anthony Towns finna start falling in love with that jump shot. And as soon as he did.
And you don't have to worry.
I'm like,
and you don't have to worry about it,
dude,
attacking the basket.
Man, this is just crazy, man. But we need to get back to the people's feet need to get held to the fire, man. And then depending on how bad this hamstring injury is with Lamar, shit, you know what I mean?
I don't think of all the guys, Van Noy, out of all the guys, nobody's lost for the season, right?
Not technically, no. Mata BK, our defensive tackle, he's on injury reserve with a neck injury. Now that is pretty serious, so we're still monitoring that. Oh, Chicago just blocked the kick. Oh my God, Chicago just blocked the kick and just beat the Raiders.
You
But yeah,
wow.
but yeah, I think Mata BK might be the only one that's season ending. Because I mean it's a neck injury. You know, you can't play with those. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Other than that, I mean, I don't know, man. I I don't even know what to tell you, man. I don't know what I saw out there, man. That wasn't a Baltimore Ravens team, man.
I just know,
Was
man,
it?
when I saw that 3rd and 1 and you got Derrick Henry, even the announcers was like, okay, third and first on that drive, the Ravens was giving them a heavy dose of Derrick Henry, and the announcer said, "Hey, man, even though you guys were down by 2 touchdowns, like, look, it is still you still don't have to abandon the run." And then all of a sudden, the Ravens start going back to Derrick Henry. Start playing Raven football, and for some reason, it was freaking 3rd and 1, and everybody thought it was going okay. That's gonna be 2 shots of Derrick Henry. We look up, he's not even in the game. He's not even in the game. He's on the sidelines with a 3rd and 1 on a crucial drive that would have made the difference. Um, they ran a play without Derrick Henry. They lost 2 yards. Now it became 3rd and 3. So now it became a pass. And hell, I still would have brought him in. They still didn't bring him in. So now we had Lamar trying to go 1-on-6 or whatever, and I was like, I don't know what the hell. So it ended up being like I think you guys settled for a field goal, but I was like, brother, I don't know, man. I just don't recognize. I don't recognize the Ravens, bro. I'll be honest. I don't recognize y'all team, man. I don't know what y'all doing, but it's not Raven football, bro.
Like I said, I don't know what to call it, man. But next week we got the Texans, so we'll see. Maybe C.J. Stroud will catch his groove. If anybody betting, take the over on C.J. Stroud's passing yards. Shit. And Nico Collins receiving yards. Take the over on both of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it make you feel better, brother, my Commanders, Redskins lost to the Dirty Birds, brother. That in itself was, but
But see, here's the thing. I'm not gonna get on y'all for that because your starting quarterback wasn't playing.
right, but my point of it was, if we can go 500 with our backup quarterback, okay, I'm cool because I'm not too upset about it. Only thing that I was upset with is that our defensive backs and mainly my boy that we got from the Saints, he was like, dude, it's like they just seem to,
Baltimore.
yeah, they just seem to isolate him. And I'm just so sick and tired of watching him run behind guys. Like, dude, as you get older, learn to use your mind and realize, okay, you know what? Let me back off because maybe I'm not the cover corner that I used to be. You know, but he's starting to be exposed, man, and it's just not good. It's not good. It's not good, brother. But I don't know, man. Hopefully we can get our minds back and win next week, cause we'll get JD back. Yeah, he could have played today, but the whole idea was, and I'm cool with that. Let's let's be cautious with him. I'm good with that. So I can't complain too much at all, to be honest with you, man. I'm a little bit disappointed in the defense, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But like I told you, brother, I don't know because I didn't recognize what I saw from the Baltimore Ravens. Is it that you guys don't think that you are the hunted? Because every team, when they play the Ravens, they line up and you are going to get their best. Even you're going to get their best. So sometimes it's almost like like you guys think you can just get off the bus and show up, bro, and that's not gonna happen when you're the Ravens. Everybody gonna play you. It's just like,
And I mean, it can't just be like, man, hey, I mean, we got number 8, so we gonna make something happen. Like, bro, no,
and see now,
no, bro.
and I was starting to see a lot of that when it came to us. We had guys sitting around watching Jaden Daniels, who on the team, like, okay, oh, Jaden's gonna save us. No, no. Last year he snuck up on a lot of people because he was a rookie. They didn't expect him to have that much poise and have those kind of abilities. This year, every defensive coordinator they have scouted him. They got they have game plan against him. So other guys got to step up and do things. Defense got to step up and do things. So we can't just be just thinking, okay, man, I can just buy a ticket and watch the Jaden Daniels show. That's not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. But hey, man,
Hey, man, it was the same thing.
Yeah, hey, man, get one last word in for what you do, brother.
Hey, man, this is Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire, man. Y'all don't mind the Baltimore Ravens. Just don't pay us any attention. We're gonna keep this in house and we're gonna fix it up. I'm at a loss for words.
Hey, man, go buy you about 4 or 5 bags of Match Light and get you one of those long kitchen. Get you a box of those kitchen matches. Put them on the elbow seat, man, because it's time to light his seat, bro. It's time for him to be on the hot seat.
Fact.
The kind that you just light the whole bag. You don't have to worry about huffing and puffing. Just light the bag, bro. All right, man, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Sports therapy, whatever he
What's
Jr.
going on, brother?
It's my homeboy
What's
Glen.
up, brother?
What's up, homeboy?
Man, just listen to your brother talk a while ago. I know the feeling, man. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the Ravens, man.
Man, we all trying to figure out what's wrong with the Ravens because anytime you 3rd and 1 and you on the other team 25-yard line, you 3rd and 1 and you got Derrick Henry and he on the sideline, something need to happen to somebody, man. Why is that brother not in the game? I don't care if you use him as a decoy. Why is he not in the game on 3rd and 1 and you need a first down and you're trying to get back in the game? Explain that to me, homeboy Glenn.
Well, they've been doing it all year, man. They start off, you got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield. I don't understand how you not get them guys the ball on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 or 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2.
Yeah.
Or even maybe 4th and 3 or 4th and 3.
I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't understand what's going on in this situation, but Baltimore too talented. Even though I know they lost a lot of guys today, but they still got a talented team over there.
Yep, and as I was telling Brandon, I said, you can't win the Super Bowl in the first 4 games, but you can lose it. And for me, I think because every team is going to have injuries, I'd rather have them at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the season, while you got time to get well, unless it's a season-ending injury. But I wouldn't, for example, Jaden Daniels got hurt 2nd week of the season. Okay. All right, so now we can kind of get through that. But now if we were in the, I don't know, week 12, something like that, they're like, oh, hell. So that's how I see it, man. I always tell people, the season don't start until around game 8 or 9. That's the midway point. You're either going to be in it or you're going to be out of it. But for you, my brother, you should be happy, man, because you're still your defense showed up today.
Yeah, they played pretty good, but man, sometimes Mike Tomlin be doing some bad coaching himself, man. Sometimes I don't understand what he be doing. Sometimes I don't understand him. Coach, it look like when they get up to a 14-3 lead or 14, it look like they get relaxed or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, now that's something I
And
noticed too, man.
yeah, it seems like they go to getting relaxed, and then just let the other team get right back in it or something.
And that was something that I did notice too, man. Was like, okay, um, you guys just didn't go for the kill shot because y'all had a chance to really put it on them. Now, but I will say this, homeboy Glenn, um, y'all quarterback, and I thought he's gonna be a complete fool, but it seems like he's starting to. Seems like that's a good marriage between the Steelers and in him and Aaron Rodgers. That's
Man, I
that.
tell you without him right now, we'll be in trouble.
Yes.
I believe if we had Russell Wilson or what the guy from was there last year, I believe we'll be in trouble if we had them.
Kenny Pickhoff.
Fields.
Oh, Justin Fields.
Yeah, we had. Yes.
But let me
They call Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball down the field.
now let me tell you what he's doing. Let me tell you what he's doing. He is getting that ball in the hands of Metcalf because in the past, and I'm glad y'all made sure he got the ball in his hand because what's the sense in having a thoroughbred horse if you ain't gonna race him? Huh? Shit like, hey,
That's right, man.
y'all got a thoroughbred. He big, he strong, and he fast. Those are all the combinations you need because he reminds me so much of Terrell Owens because once he gets in the open, you talking about run after catch, nobody wants to tackle that dude, man. He's big, strong, and he's fast.
He's a beast, man. He's a beast, man.
Yes.
He's tough, man.
But in the past, they were trying to use him like one of these little bitty receivers, just go make a cut. No, man, just get that guy a slant, get that guy a quick slant, and let him do his thing, man. And let him catch it over the middle.
Yes.
But y'all did a good job today, man. Y'all got him involved, man.
Yes.
And,
Yes, man. I tell you what, it's been some pretty good games on today. At the Eagles in Tampa Bay, that turned out to be a pretty close game.
Yeah, it was. It was. And like I tell people, I cheer for everybody in my division to lose. I wanted the Eagles to lose. I wanted the Giants to lose. Hell, the Giants won. And, of course, we lost against – but you know what? Here's the thing, and I told you earlier when it came to Atlanta, I said Atlanta got talent, man. They're going to get it together, and I just didn't want them to get it together on us. But they were starting to put it together. Drake London played a good game. Kyle Pitts played a good game. And then they had Dijon Mustard Robinson played a good game. And then you had Michael Penix Jr. because he was spinning it today, man. And people say, well, why are the DB so out of position? It's just that Penix has such a strong arm, man, to where he can put that ball to where you don't, as a defender, you think, well, okay, he's not gonna be able to get that ball over there, or he can throw it before those guys get over there, man. You gotta watch out for the dirty birds, man. I'm gonna give props to them. I was joking and because I even did a little TikTok video where I'm out grilling. I'm grilling some bird. I said, man, I'm grilling some dirty bird today, But hey, brother, I had to eat some crow.
Yeah, they're a danger team. And Detroit look like they're getting their stuff together.
Yes. Yep.
Detroit. And I'm gonna tell you a team I like. Ain't nobody talking about Seattle up in that Northwest. They quietly putting their stuff together.
Seattle's a team that you don't want to play because they are just a blue collar. They play blue collar football. They ain't flashy.
Yes.
They're not pretty. They just play football, and they're gonna play you for 4 quarters.
Hard-nosed football.
They
play hard-nosed football.
Yes, and they're gonna play you for 4 quarters, man. 4 quarters. But now let me ask you this.
But man,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
Last Thursday night, the Cardinals played. At some point, is it time to question the quarterback play for the Cardinals? Because my man seems to always lose close games.
Yes. Because he's not a bad quarterback. Really, Murray more of a system quarterback. If he were playing with a team, maybe I was listening to Ryan Clark the other day, and he made kind of little sense what he said. If he was playing with Minnesota, somebody
Yes.
got that system, if he'll be a better player. If he were playing with the Eagles,
Yes.
or if he let me see,
Hell, you can put him
if
on. You can put him with us, and he do something because
yeah,
it's
sure.
catered to what he does best: running pass. But like you said, maybe it's the offense that he's running that seems to not be gelling for Murray. You could drive him down there with the Saints. I think he'd be all right.
Yeah, because people don't believe it, man. That offensive coordinator make a lot of difference, man. And if you ain't got the right offensive coordinator to fit his system, to fit his style, because he's not a tall quarterback and he's not a really big what you call a big quarterback.
Right.
He needs to play where he can run out the pocket, where he can scramble and throw.
And he needs a lot of other weapons in the backfield with him, so that you have to account for them, which will allow him to kind of do his thing a little bit more. But when he's the only real weapon you got in the backfield, because they don't really have a dynamic running back. They don't really have they got one dynamic wide receiver, but, he's split out. Well, they don't have, so when you don't have that, and like you said, he's not a big guy, and so he's not that tall, and he depends on speed and space to be able to get the job done. And like you said, now, if you were to give him, and that's what made Russell Wilson as good as he was, because he had Metcalf and he had that other wide receiver, and a lot of times he could just throw that moon ball up there, and they could go and get it, And he had but yep.
He's not a bad quarterback. It's just that I think it's the system he plays in, and it just don't fit. It just don't fit him right now. Maybe sometimes changes is better. It might, hey, hell, he could go to he could go to Cleveland or the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than what they got. It's better than what they got.
But you know what? Now I watched that Saint game today. And I'll be honest with you, man, Rattler is not a bad quarterback, man. Their problem is defense, man. He made some key plays. He put some. He was scoring. He didn't throw a lot of interceptions. They just don't have no defense whatsoever, man. Their defense is terrible.
That brings you to keep a good defense.
Yes.
Even in their bad days, back in the day, they had a good defense. Yes. When they offense was good.
Yes, man, they would get you down in what I used to call the Voodoo Lounge down in New Orleans. Oh yeah, and get all them crazy Saints up in there, bro. But now I was like, whew. So my question is the Bears beat the Raiders today. So I was watching that game, and then I said, okay, because the Cowboys getting ready to play in about 15 minutes. So I'd ask myself, and then the Giants go out and beat the Chargers. And then it brings me back to the Cowboys, and I had to ask myself, are they defense that terrible to where?
Yes.
Yes. God, like,
man, they got a Division II college defense.
I was like, man, are they defense?
Yes, they defense. Yes, it's bad. I don't know what happened to Diggs. I don't know what happened to Trayvon Diggs, the guy in the secondary, but he hadn't did anything.
The reason I say that,
he never did anything.
The reason I say that because the Bears now, and you can't really compare a team week to week because one week you may play a team and y'all beat the crap out of them, and then next week somebody else play them and then they beat the crap out of them. But I was comparing the Bears and the Raiders, because when we played the Raiders really, they really didn't give us any competition, and the Bears went up and down. They just sliced and diced the Cowboys. But when they played against, because I watched that game, when they played the Raiders and the Bears were playing each other, it was like, okay, you didn't have all that like of defense, even though yeah, both teams was moving the ball. But I was like, boy, are the Cowboys that terrible? Are they defense that bad?
They terrible. They are terrible. They don't have nothing, man. That come from bad. I don't know, bad drafting or I don't know what it is. That man on TV right there talking now. I don't know if you watch the television.
I am.
Jerry Jones, that's the man right there. I love Jerry Jones.
Wait.
I love
In full disclosure, homeboy Glenn, in full disclosure, we have to tell everybody that Jerry Jones is our homeboy.
Yes. He's one of the slickest cats, slickest on in sports history.
In full disclosure, though.
He don't give a damn about. He don't give a damn about no Super Bowl. He's making a plum ass out of his fans.
In full disclosure.
And I love it.
In full disclosure.
Yeah, I love it. He's making a plum ass out of his fans, making it look like he's trying to get a Super Bowl. What he got now I think they rank about 14th in the college football poll.
In full disclosure, homeboy Glenn, we have to tell all the fans that Jerry Jones is our homeboy from the great state of Arkansas.
You don't have to let everybody know that.
Hey,
you don't have to tell everybody.
Hey, let me ask you this, because I asked a question. Because, as we get older, you know how we come up, man. You know, some of the older guys, and they would get more, as the young folk call it, more crotchety and old and stuff, where they ain't got no tolerance for nothing, young kids or whatever. So Michael Parsons is no longer there, but he has a suite in Jerry World. So now the guy plays for the Green Bay Packers. So his question was, since he no longer plays there, he wanted a refund back on his season tickets, and they told him no. So you gonna make the man pay for season tickets to keep his suite, and he don't even, I'm like, come on, man, seriously.
That's what con artists do. That's what con artists do. He's the biggest crook, one of the biggest crooks in sports history. But he's doing it legal though.
I was like, man, come on, man.
I mean, that's way that's sad though. That's really sad. You'll think he would let him just, just let him sell it, sweeter, whichever way you want to do it.
Yes.
Because he don't no longer. It's not doing him no good.
And I guarantee you, they would probably make more money off that particular suite if you could say, okay, hey fans, you can have the suite once owned by Michael Parsons. They would make double, triple the money that they charging Michael for the thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on, because now it's attached to a famous athlete. They told him, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
You want to get Michael Parsons jersey be at that game tonight? They gonna have the Cowboys gonna be wearing his jersey. They're gonna be wearing Michael Parsons jersey tonight. Hell, you gonna think he wearing a Cowboy jersey the way he gonna be on press card ass?
Well,
you gonna think he's still wearing a Cowboy jersey? Because Green Bay gonna tear that ass up tonight.
So now, is it going to get ugly?
Yep.
My question, you homeboy Glenn, is it going to get ugly?
I got a feeling it's gonna get pretty ugly. Usually I be wrong. Most time when I make predictions, I'm wrong. But this time I don't think I'm wrong on this. I think they're gonna get the brakes beat off them.
Because see, I actually thought the Eagle game was gonna get ugly. And it didn't. But this is what now. But let me put this caveat in here, homeboy Glenn, because I told people if it was not for that storm, I think the Eagles was just getting ready to handle up on the Cowboys, and then that storm came, and it caused a pause in all the action. Then everybody was like, "Oh, well, they made an adjustment." But I just know the Eagles was just getting ready to go on a roll, but I don't know, man. There's some people who say today's game.
Well, that was the first game. That was the first game of
Yeah,
the season.
yeah.
And you see after the first game what happened. You see the Giants. They made the Giants. They made the Giants look like a playoff team, even though the Giants lost.
I know.
It made Chicago made Taylor Williams look like an all-pro quarterback.
I know.
And so you know what Jordan Love gonna do tonight.
Last time he was in Jerry World, I think he went for a 40 burger. I think he served 40 burgers the last time he was in the place. So we shall see.
Yes, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly tonight, brother. But man, I was very shocked by the Chargers losing to the Giants.
I know, because remember, I said that the Chargers were going to be my dark horse team, and but I had to scout them because we play them next week. So I'm like, boy, they didn't look too good, So and I think for us playing against Michael Penix Jr., because boy, that dude got an arm. Playing against him prepared us for next week when we play the Chargers, because they got similar type quarterbacks as far as with arm strength, ball travels on a straight line, it just gets there. So I think we'll be able to go back, and we should have Jaden Daniels back. And so for us, that's gonna be a game that we got to have, so we can stay on the positive side. So it's gonna be all good, man. But I'm like you, bro. I was shocked that the Giants were able to beat them, and they beat them with a rookie quarterback.
Right. What happened to Lamar Jackson? I missed that part.
Toward the fourth quarter, he suffered a hamstring pull.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that was a good chance. That was a good chance that he might be out for a minute or two.
Yeah. That's all. Man, because I think Jalen Ramsey did pull his hamstring. He was faking at first, but he did.
I told you, I said, man, I think he pulled a hammy, man, because it was a shame. And now the referee was right. If you're out of bounds and the minute you touch the ball or whatever you do with the ball, it automatically the play becomes dead. And so by old boy being he was out of bounds when he touched the ball. He was out of bounds when he touched the ball, even though he had fumbled it. It enabled him to be able to keep the ball, and so that nullified a touchdown. But it looked good.
Yeah, it looked real good. It looked real good.
Because my man did.
Well, man, like I said, the standings, the NFL standings is still pretty. It's starting out pretty tight for the big week 4.
It is.
Everybody count.
It is.
Everybody's still in a tight spot right now.
It is. Truth be told. And if you, like I said, like I was telling Brandon, you can't win the Super Bowl in the first 3-4 weeks, but you can lose it. So right now, only teams I can say are probably out of it, barring a miracle. Maybe the Saints, because they're like 0-4. Ravens got some work to do because they are 1-3. Only problem, they're 1-3 with a whole lot of injuries on defense, and so they could easily.
Man, they whole defense depleted.
Huh?
Their whole defense is almost depleted.
Yes. So they got a lot of major injuries.
When you lose Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey, it hurt right there.
Yes. And boy, they got like man, and they got about 6 or 7 starters on their defense that were out. And because like I tell everybody, the next man up. Now, hell no. Because if the next man were better than the first man, hell, the next man would be the first man. He wouldn't be next man up. Hell, he would be the man. But he wasn't.
He would be the man.
He would be the man. So hell no. So next man is just a stopgap until the first man come back. And it's just like with
There you get back.
it's just like with Marcus Mariota. Okay, he's good, but once he plays over one or two games, he gets exposed. You can kind of see what his weaknesses are. Yeah, and
That's right.
he's not as great of a passer as Jaden Daniels, and because if he was, he would be starting, and Jaden Daniels wouldn't. But he's serviceable. He, when he's in there, you don't have to revamp the whole offense. You can still kind of do some of the same old things. But yeah, so he got a little bit exposed today, but
Yeah.
well, we'll be all right. We can win with him though. Yeah, you know what? I'll still take him. We can win with him. Now,
Yeah. They, yeah. But y'all boys, the Commanders, they still gonna be okay though. I think they still gonna be okay.
well, I'm worried about Lattimore because teams are starting to expose him, and I'm thinking he may be losing a step. He may be losing a step, and right now, um, you know, so we may have to figure out something, because right now, teams they know how to isolate him, and next thing you know, he's getting a penalty or he's getting burned, and if that's the case, hell, I'd rather for us to kept St. Jude. At least I know he wasn't no more than 24 years old, so I know we were gonna get a lot of,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But I hate to, at least we know with him, because one thing about St. Jude, he's gonna be with the man. Now he's gonna get a penalty. He gonna get a penalty, but it's like Lattimore ain't nowhere. He's always running, trailing the receiver. So I don't know, my man. I don't know. Homeboy Glenn, let me talk to you about next week, and then we're going to get out of here. Next week, you and I, my man, win, lose, or draw, we're going to have a live taste, a promo for one of my sponsors, Crown Royal, because we're going to take, now, I have not sampled, and I want everybody to know this, I have not sampled the new Crown Royal chocolate whiskey. So next week live, Homeboy Glen, because I sent you a bottle, and it should be arriving.
Yes, sir.
It should be arriving on your doorstep. So when you get that bottle next Sunday,
Yes, sir.
win, lose, or draw, we're gonna do a live promo, and you're gonna tell me, or I'm gonna tell you. Now you know I'm always gonna roll with Crown Royal, because that's my drink. But win, lose, or draw, Homeboy Glen. That's what we gonna do, bro. All right, we good? So
Yes, sir.
it is time for me to get out of here, Homeboy Glen, because you about to hear the sound of my music. All right, once again, I would like to thank my homeboy Glenn for stopping in. Want to thank Jay in Grand Prairie. Also, Brandon from D1 Ignorant University. Big time Raven fan. And I sure hope his defense get better. Want to thank you, the listening audience, and all those who allow me to be me. This has been another episode of Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Well, callers will have 2 minutes. You can call in and you can rant and you can kick some knowledge about all things NFL. And remember, on Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr., we give advice, but man, we don't give sound advice at all. And for those on the yard, you know what I always say. Try to stay golden. Stay golden means stay true to yourself. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. How about them Cowboys? Goodbye, everybody.